All right, let's talk Kenobi. Um, I really want to know what you guys feel about it, but here are some thoughts that I have. Some things I really, really loved, and some things were just really bad. What I really, really hate is when I experience something that, for the most part, I don't like, but there are like four or five scenes that are so, so good that you kind of wish the rest were just as good. Like, or just wonder why, if the rest of the series was that good, then it would have been worth it. And these good things, like, they're just so good that you can't dismiss them. But now the rest of the series sucks, though, so you're not really sure what to make of it. I felt that way about the last season of Clone Wars. Um, the Ahsoka episodes, the last four episodes, were great, but the rest of the season kind of had a different tone, and I didn't care about it. So to me, I'm only gonna rewatch the last four episodes and pretend that's what it was. And with Kenobi, I feel like I'm only gonna watch the last two episodes and pretend that was the entire show because I didn't like the ones that came before it, or did not understand why um, the entire series wasn't like that. So let me tell you what I don't like about it, and then some of the positives that I do like, and I'm interested to hearing what you thought. Um, it seems like the series ended on a good note, but I kind of wanted it to continue. It left you wanting more only in the last episode. So imagine this. Um, well, first of all, like, making a prequel is hard because you have to make the characters make decisions sometimes that don't make sense for the story that we're currently telling, because we need some characters to still exist or be alive later on. So really, narratively, there is no reason why Obi-Wan should leave Darth Vader alive. Why would he leave? Why would he leave him alive? For the second time. Like, why would he do that? There's no reason why he would do that. It makes no sense for him to do that at all. Um, he should have killed him, and he had the upper hand, and he knows this guy is going to be a genocidal maniac, but didn't do anything. Why? Because, well, we can't really kill him because we know he exists in future movies. That's such a handicap. But a way around that is not to make not killing him a choice. Like, you have to narratively give us a reason, a good, compelling reason why Obi-Wan would not kill him. So imagine this. What if Reva, instead of going after Luke, and by the way, how does she know that Luke is Vader's son, and that's why she's taking revenge? Because Anakin killed all the younglings and her friends, so she's taking revenge on Anakin by killing his son. How does she know that? Nobody knows that. And if she doesn't know that, then why is she going after some random boy on Tatooine? It makes no sense. So imagine, after being stabbed in the stomach and not dead for some reason, she still is chasing after Vader. And imagine she interrupts that fight. And due to her interruption, like, she's so angry, she wants to be the one who kills Vader. So she interrupts the fight, trying to kind of be the one who kills him. And Vader escapes as a result of her interrupting. Um, and she's so angry and disappointed at herself that she starts attacking Obi-Wan in her rage. And after trying to get her to calm down, Obi-Wan eventually kills her. And it would be a tragic thing because here's yet another Jedi that Obi-Wan had to put down because they just wouldn't stop. and would give him a lot of PTSD for what he did with his, failing his own student. And Reva would die, and she would be more compelling, her death as a character, that she died this way because she couldn't let go of anger. Um, and we give Darth Vader an escape that way, and it would make sense that he just got away because somebody else's anger got in the way, and it denied him the opportunity to finish his job. And now it's too late. Oh, Vader's gone. I'm not saying this is better. This is just off the top of my head, but it was at least give us a reason why he wouldn't kill him. It just makes no narrative sense. And I know it's a challenge and it's a hard thing, and we need to keep him alive. But like, you can have the whole thing play out the way it did with, Darth Vader's face split open, and the whole scene where he talks and says, "You did not fail, and I'm the one who killed Anakin, not you." And then you can have Reva show up. So that's one possibility. Um, Here's another possibility. Imagine um, if the B plot for this show was somebody discovering somehow that Luke is Vader's son, like these Inquisitors. Let's say Reva or another Inquisitor, and while Obi-Wan is trying to save Leia, he discovers that this has all been a setup to get him away from Tatooine because people are coming to kill Luke. And now it's a race against time between Obi-Wan and the Inquisitors to see who's gonna get to Luke first. And that would kind of just put us all on our feet and with anxiety to seeing who shows up first. And it would give Obi-Wan an opportunity to duel with some Inquisitors, which he's never done, by the way. We had like 3 Inquisitors that he never locked lightsabers with. And he eventually has to kill some of them because the secret cannot be out that they know who Luke is. Like, all of that would have been so much more interesting than like saving Leia twice and um, just wasting time. Um, Here's another thing that might have made the experience more enjoyable. Why not utilize and use Qui-Gon Jinn a lot earlier? As the person who basically recruited Anakin, imagine if Qui-Gon Jinn's ghost talks to Vader. Like, what happened to you? I thought you were going to bring balance to the Force. I thought you were going to be a good kid. And having Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon like think about the consequences of their actions and the tragedy that happened. He has nobody to talk to. Just a lot of stuff that would have been so interesting, in my opinion. Like, this just would have been so good, and instead of painting us in a corner. And I don't even hate the Leia thing. I mean, that's a compelling reason why Obi-Wan would leave Tatooine, is that to save the other Skywalker kid, because they're in danger. And it's okay that it's a trap. But then use that as a way to like bring the story back to him and Vader and Luke. And imagine like if while the suggestion I said earlier about him and the Inquisitors have a race against time to get to Tatooine first. Imagine Vader kind of blocking that progress and showing up every time and causing barriers, and Obi-Wan is not ready. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about Obi-Wan not connecting with the Force either. Like, that you had one job to do at the end of Revenge of the Sith, right? You had one job to do, was to go to Tatooine and basically like meditate and get stronger. So what have you been doing for 10 years? Like, why are the writers are writing him this way. I don't get it. Jeremy Jahns actually in his review brought up an interesting point. Like Obi-Wan's journey in this show or end, he concludes his journey the same way he concluded it in Revenge of the Sith. Like, why would you do a whole show and give us the same ending again? So at the end of Revenge of the Sith, he just failed. He defeated, but he didn't kill his Padawan. And he goes into exile in Tatooine to look over a boy and train with his old master. And again, he defeats but doesn't kill his Padawan. Goes back into exile to look after a kid from afar and train with his old master. Like, why bring the character back if you're just gonna give him the same resolution and same ending? Like, it's just such a waste of time. It's really, really, really confusing to me that we've done that. Anyway, positives. I like the fight between the second fight, the finale fight between him and Vader. I liked them doing the Rebels thing, although Rebels I think did it better because it gave us emotional context with seeing underneath Vader's mask. Like I've never really connected Anakin with Vader. I always thought they were two different people, but now that was a really good decision because like right now I see it. I see him in there. That was a really good, effective scene, and Obi-Wan still apologizing and feeling sorry, feeling responsible. That was really good. That was a really good scene. The last two episodes, like I don't have any problems with. Really, really good stuff. But you know, the fight between Reva and Vader was really good too. That was a really good scene too. But the rest of it was just odd. I mean, I just don't understand. We wasted so much time. It would have been fine if it was like even if I think fans would be okay if it was. And look, if you like it, I'm jealous. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I wish I liked it. Like I would have been fine if it was just a 4-episode miniseries thing, or even a 2-episode thing, or a small Disney Plus movie. But you know, maybe they don't think of the rest as boring or filler. Like nobody sets out to make a bad show. But I'm surprised that with all the resources that you have, with Filoni, with Favreau, with a really important legacy character, with the most like anticipated Disney Plus show ever in terms of Star Wars material, that you do not put your A game and bring your A directors and trust the entire series on one director, which like they never do that. Why would you give one director to helm an entire series? She did good in some parts, and I don't know if it's everything was her fault per se, but some of it was the script. I think the writing was so predictable, and even the dialogue was so bad. There were moments there where like, you know, I would complete the dialogue in my head and then the same exact thing is being said. That's never a good sign. So I don't know. It's just very perplexing. I feel sad that this happens, and I think it happens every time Lucasfilm or Disney try to handle Jedi. I've noticed that, like when this property does not involve Jedi, things are all, like better handled. But as soon as we deal with Jedi again, it's like they're so scared to mess it up. They play it way too safe, or stick to a formula, and it's always bad. It's always bad. Like, I really would rather, like, I'm conflicted here. Like, sometimes I'd rather them not deal with Jedi anymore, but the Jedi and the Jedi lore is the only thing that interests me in Star Wars. Like, I don't care about anything else. So, on one hand, I want them to stop, like, trying to do Jedi stuff, but on the other hand, like, I'll lose interest if they don't. So, I don't know. Um, it's it's sad because like I want more. Just I feel like as just as the show started to get good, it ended, and it makes you think like, why don't you do this like at episode 3 or 4? Why did we wait this long to give us the story that you advertised? You know, in the trailers and everything. Instead of us like going on different planets, saving a girl, then the girl gets lost, and then we save her again, and then, um, you know, we pull a Space Jam's alien thing and put her inside our coat to escape, and it's I don't know, it's just so not exciting. Everything was not earned. Even the ending that's good just felt unearned a little bit. So I don't know. I don't know if you agree with my suggestions or think they're kind of somewhat cool. Let me know. I'm interested to see what you guys think. Um, um, I'm glad that it gave me like scenes that I might want to revisit, but I don't see myself trying to revisit um, an entire season again. I thought if this was like a hunt for Luke thing across the universe, it would have been better. If Reva interfered and the process got killed either by Vader or by Obi, would have been good. Imagine Obi having to deal with like killing another youngling Jedi. Obviously, she's grown up; she's not a youngling anymore, but like had to do it because she was filled with rage, and it allowed Vader to escape. Imagine that. Like I would have liked that so much more. But it's easy for me to sit here and criticize and say all this stuff. Like it's really hard to make stuff. This is from a person who makes stuff. Like I have no idea if what I'm making is good or not. So I take what I say with a grain of salt. Like I'm not sitting here like at the end of the day, we have a platform where people can tell us stories, and we can enjoy these stories from universes that we like. This is like it's still a positive thing that this exists, but hopefully they don't learn the wrong lesson from it and thinking like this was okay. Like I don't know. Anyway, that's all I got to say. I hope you like the drawings. Some of them do look like Obi, some of them don't. Um, yeah, but I figured I'd share my thoughts. I don't usually do movie reviews on here, or never thought I would, but or or reviews of anything. But I kind of like drawing characters from certain shows I like and talking about them. So if you do like this kind of stuff, let me know. Instead of just randomly drawing stuff that have no context, I'd rather review stuff and talk about stuff at the same time. Um, so yeah, if you like this, let me know. I'll do more. Thank you.